Hey, welcome, welcome. It's Wednesday. I want to welcome you to the weekly Wednesday breakthrough. Thanks for taking your time to be here with me today. And we are going to talk about 3 ingredients that six-figure entrepreneurs tend to use in their events that a lot of other entrepreneurs are missing. And so I hope you have a pen and paper because this is going to be really powerful. It's something that you can implement right away. You can look at whatever is coming up in your events on your calendar and start to look at how can I implement at least one of these three to have that improvement. Because remember, we're always going for imperfect progress. It's not about fixing everything right away and making it perfect, but we do want to improve constantly, right? Imperfect progress. So say hi when you come in. Let me know that you are here, and we are going to dive into it really, really quickly today because I want to make sure that your time is really well used, that you're walking away with these 3 tools that you can implement right away, and that you are set up to continue the success after we're done here today. So I'm Carolyn Bishop. I'm your Breakthrough with Balance coach, and I'm the proud founder of the Breakthrough with Balance Academy, and I've been in business for over 20 years, helping people get to six-figure businesses in a way that keeps their family and personal life the priority. So let's do that for you today with your event switches. So tell me when you join us, say hi. And I have a question for you to kick this off. Because one of the things I always want to do when you're coming in and spending your time with me is I want to make sure that you are able to implement the information, make it usable. So it's not just more info swimming in your head, but you can actually feel results and see results happening. So my first question for you is how many events do you typically do in a month? Okay. So just right now, your keyboard, whatever it is that you're using. And I am going to pull us up so that I can see the incoming comments because I am streaming to a few different places at the same time. So I want to know those of you who are on live with me here, and we're going to do this together. All right, so 3 ingredients that six-figure entrepreneurs tend to use. Hey, Peggy. Hey, Christy. I see you guys here. Thanks for joining. All right, let us know when you're coming in, and what I want you to do right now is just type in how many events do you typically hold per month, okay? Because then we're going to do some calculations from this, and we're going to figure out, because what if you could double the sales that result from those events? What if you could take the results that you've got coming in right now from that typical number of events that you do per month and then double it? How would that look in your piggy bank? How would that look in your life? How would that be for your family and for your future? So yeah, say hi. Let me know that you're here. Hey, Tracy, I see you coming in. Good. We got some people trickling in right now. Let's get to this. I'm going to share 3 ingredients for those of you who are just popping on. 3 ingredients that entrepreneurs, that six-figure entrepreneurs use, that other entrepreneurs tend to miss and wonder why their events aren't as powerful. So when you walk away from this, you can implement it right away. So number one. Well, I want to give you an example so that you can feel this and experience it. If I said to you, hey, I'm doing a workshop to get more leads next week, versus, hey, and I want to look down, I wrote this out for you. I'm doing a workshop to get you more leads next week. Come join. You'd be like, yeah, maybe. All right, let me check my calendar. It doesn't have that grab it feeling, does it? Because there's lots of events that you can go look at, or lots of ways that you can figure out how to get more leads. Now, if you already know that you love my style and my teaching, you may be more inclined to do that. But let me switch this up for you. What if I said next week I'm doing an event where you're going to be able to bring in 10 new leads a day with just 20 minutes of time? Just 20 minutes a day, you're going to be able to bring in 10 new leads a day. Come join me for this workshop next week. Okay, option A or option B? Again, let me repeat them. Option A is, hey, I'm going to do a workshop next week to show you how to get more leads. That's option A. Option B is, I'm going to do a workshop next week where you're going to be able to bring in 10 new leads a day in just 20 minutes a day. 10 new leads a day, and it's only going to take you 20 minutes a day. Which workshop would you be more inclined to do? Option A or option B? I have a hair stuck to my lip right now. Yeah, so when you're talking events, this could be, thanks Tracy for that question. Let's clarify events. This could be boot camps, this could be workshops, this could be master classes, this could be in-face appointments, this could be Zoom calls, this could be, it's any time that you are spending a significant amount of time with your audience. This is an event. Okay, that's what I mean by an event. You are spending time with your prospects. There's a significant amount of time, and you want to make sure that A, they want to come, and B, that it's worth their time, and C, that they're walking away with, a powerful outcome, and that you are getting more sales or you're getting more results from that as well. That you're both progressing together. Okay, so what sounded more powerful to you, option A or option B? Option A was, hey, I'm going to do an event next week that'll help you get more leads. Option B was, I'm doing an event next week, and with this event, you will be able to get 10 new leads every single day in under 20 minutes. Which event makes you go, I want to be there? Which one would you say that is? Okay, so put it in the chat for me, option A or option B. Which one stands out to you? And then what this does, six-figure entrepreneurs, when they are doing an event, the reason that they are six-figure entrepreneurs is because one, they can attract a lot of people into their events. They can bring people their way because there is a really clear takeaway like that. Could you feel that? Could you feel the difference between, hey, come get more leads versus we're going to get you 10 new leads a day in under 20 minutes? Could you feel the difference? The really clear takeaway, I can envision this. I could see those numbers. I could play the movie picture in my head of that change that's happening. I could see that. That's going to get a lot more people signing up for your events, your workshops, your boot camps, your live Zoom calls, your whatever it is. It doesn't matter if you're talking one person or you want, an audience of hundreds. When you have that really clear takeaway that they know the outcome of why it's worth their time and what it is that it's doing for them, that will make a really big difference to the number of people you can attract in. So one of the reasons six-figure entrepreneurs end up being six-figure entrepreneurs is because that really clear outcome is what makes people say, this is worth my time. Because time is the most precious resource we have. We can go generate more money. We can, replenish our energy. But time, once it's gone, it's gone. So we want to make sure to get the audience members that we want, to have people showing up for your appointments, to have people attending your workshops, to have people being there with you, that there is something really clear that is really appealing. So the difference, again, between like, hey, come, I'll show you how to get more leads versus I'm going to show you how to get 10 new leads a day in under 20 minutes. Okay, can you feel the difference between the two? Okay, so that's number one. And then what I want to do is give you kind of a real life example. So the boot camp that's coming up on Monday, this coming Monday coming up, we are starting the boot camp. And the boot camp, the Rapid Business Growth with Boot Camp, to tell you the difference is I could say, hey, we're gonna talk about how to grow your business quickly with balance. Okay, that would be very kind of general. It's not going to be super appealing. It's not going to have you jumping out of your seat and running towards the registration page, is it? But if I tell you that the boot camp is going to save you at least 5 hours a week by going through this boot camp, it's called Rapid Business Growth with Boot Camp. You're going to walk away, and I'm looking down at what I had written for it. You're going to walk away with the breakthrough roadmap to consistent 10K months that will save you at least 5 hours or more a week so you can spend more time with your family. Okay, this boot camp coming up on Monday, you are going to walk away with the breakthrough roadmap to consistent 10K months that will save you at least 5 hours a week so that you can spend more time with your family. Okay, that is the boot camp. So if you haven't got your ticket already, let me put this up there. There we go. There it is. Actually, let me put it on the bottom and just leave it and make sure that I've got the right one here. Yeah, we'll just leave that up. I'll keep popping it. So just, it's carolynbishop.com. You can see it there with the RBG bootcamp. Okay. And then let's go on to number two, because what we want to make sure is anytime you're holding an appointment, anytime you're doing an event with somebody, that you are getting the results going, right? Would you like sales? So tell me again, what was more appealing to you, option A or option B? What stood out to you there? Okay. Now, number two. Oh, thanks, Christy, for popping that in there. I appreciate that. Okay, number two, the second thing that six-figure entrepreneurs do in all their events, their lives, their workshops, their appointments, whatever it is that you're talking about, that a lot of other entrepreneurs miss, is progressive action steps. Progressive action steps. Again, time is really precious. Your audience, not only do they need to be attracted in with that first thing, the really clear outcome or takeaway, but the second thing is you want to keep them engaged. You want to keep them engaged and have them with you. And we as a society are getting so much information pounded our way right now. Yes, would you agree? Okay, you've got access to so many people's Facebook groups. You've got access to so many free podcasts. You've got access to so many events. I mean, you could constantly intake information. That is not what's missing in society. That is not what we're missing as entrepreneurs. It's not the info that's missing. It's the action steps. It's the implementation. It's the feeling of actually experiencing progress that we're craving. Yes. Would you say you'd like to experience progress? So, with this, I'm looking down at my notes. What we want to make sure is that when you are doing your events, when you're doing your lives, your Zooms, your workshops, your appointments, whatever it is that you do, that it's not just ideas that you're sharing, but it's actually creating change for the person. That it's not just an idea, but it's creating change. So let your audience not only envision the change that's possible, but let them experience it. So let's do that here. So one of the things today, right now, okay, so when we're talking about this is in the boot camp that's coming up on Monday, again, real life example, let's talk this one. On day one, I could tell you a whole bunch of days about creating time freedom. That is the topic of day one. But we're not going to talk about creating time freedom. We're going to actually implement some activities that are going to create it so that by the end of day one, you will have freed up time on your calendar. You will have opened up some things and gone, oh my gosh, I didn't even see that that was possible. It's going to create those shifts and those changes. So that's what's going to happen on day one of our boot camp coming up. Day two, so this is about progressive action steps, letting people experience results with you, not just think about them, but actually do them, feel them, see them. On day two, you're going to be, so the topic with day two is consistent lead generation. Now, I can give you a whole bunch of ideas on consistent lead generation, but that's not going to have you really feeling like, oh, this was worth my time. So what we're going to do on day two of the boot camp is we're actually going to be making moves that start that consistent lead generation happening. Okay, so that you walk away from day two going, wow, I'm on a roll. I want to keep this going. I want to progress. And so six-figure entrepreneurs, when people are spending time with them on a call, on an event, at a workshop, they have people actually experiencing those results because then they're like, wow, I want more of this. This was amazing. I can see this, I can feel this, and I'm moving with it. So day two, like I said, you'll be making moves that already create some consistent lead generation happening for you. That's what's going to happen on day two of the boot camp. And again, if you need, where is it? There you go. If you need to get your free ticket, okay, go to that link right there. And then on day three, the topic is breakthrough money making moves. Now I could just share some ideas with you on, things that you could do to make more money in your business as you grow it and as you build it. But what we're going to do instead is we're going to implement stuff. We're going to actually take action. We're going to take steps. We're going to be doing some work that creates it. That's one of the reasons that I call it a boot camp rather than a workshop or, just a live challenge. Well, a challenge kind of has like those steps as well. But the idea is that you're actually going to be doing stuff and experiencing the growth while you're there in that boot camp. So again, if you haven't got your ticket, grab it now because this is going to be really powerful. There's a lot that you're going to walk away with, even just with the time that you spent. Okay, so that is number two. Hey, Joanne, good to see you here. Hey, Martha, thanks you guys for being here. Okay, so here's what I want you to do because I want to give you a little bit of progressive action right now with this live that we're doing. We've talked the two things. The very first one is a really clear outcome when you're doing an appointment or you're spending time with anybody at all. To get them to even really want to do that, they've got to have a really clear outcome. We gave the example of, hey, come to this event and I'll show you how to get more leads. Come to this event and I'll show you how to get 10 new leads every single day in under 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah. The appeal, very different, right? So option A or option B, like I would say probably option B. Yes. The second one though is we want to have progressive action. So it's not just ideas you're sharing, but it's creating change for people right away. So I want you to create a little bit of change. I want you to think right now, when you do, I want you to pick an appointment that you do. Is it a workshop? Is it a boot camp? Is it a live? Is it a face-to-face event that you do? When is it that you are spending time with people and shifting their lives? First of all, think about that. And then I want you to think about what is the progressive action that they can experience with you. So write that down for yourself. And if you're willing, throw it into the chat. What do they experience? That's great advertising too. right? If you can say, hey, when people spend time with me, they experience this. They actually do this. They're going to walk away with this already done. This is going to be what they get during it, and it's finished and done. And wow, there it was worth their time. So, what do you provide, or what could you provide that lets people? So throw that in there. What do you do? What's the progressive action that you provide for the people who spend time with you? Okay. And then what I want to do, so that was number two, was progressive action. What we're talking about here again is the three ingredients that six-figure entrepreneurs include in their events that a lot of entrepreneurs miss if they're, as they're growing and building. So number one was having that really clear takeaway that when they even see your event, they're like, I'm all over it. I want to know how to generate 10 leads a day in under 20 minutes versus, hey, come do this lead generation workshop. Very different. Two is not only getting new ideas, but feeling it, experiencing, having action steps that are having people experience what's happening. Okay. That could be as simple in a Facebook Live like this, just having people type in comments, getting them involved in it. It could be in a boot camp or a workshop, having them write into a workbook. It could be having them try something, do an exercise. If you're a mindset coach, it could be having them close their eyes and go through a mindset experience with you, a mindset shifting change. If you are talking about, I'm trying to think of some different examples in, maybe you're a tech coach and you are teaching people how to do tech stuff. You could have them, experience where to go on their computer. Like, okay, grab your mouse. We're going to move it here. Don't lose my page, but click on here. And I want you to see this and actually have them doing it and moving with you. That experience will have it ingrained more in here and help keep people with you and wanting more from you. Okay. Let's move on to number three. We're talking the three ingredients that six-figure entrepreneurs include in their events that a lot of other entrepreneurs miss. Okay, and you've got power. You are an amazing person who's got a skill, a talent, something that's really, really powerful. Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be here investing time in it. You're passionate about sharing it. You have something that can make a big difference in the world, and we want to make sure that you can get it out there in a way that people are craving more. They're asking you for more, and that is going to increase your sales, right? That's going to have people sticking with you longer, and that's going to have people moving forward. Okay, so number three. Hey, Lori, good to see you here. All right, so number three then is an ongoing reminder asset. An ongoing reminder asset. When you're in the event, people will feel your energy. When you're face to face with somebody, or you're on Zoom with somebody, or they're watching your recording, they'll feel your energy. Yes, can you feel my energy now? Can you feel my excitement for these three changes that if you can implement any of these into your event, how much change they'll make? And I'm giving you real life examples in the boot camp. It's going to be even more powerful next week. Again, let me put that up for you, where on Monday, you're going to have specific activities that we'll be doing that you're going to walk away with more time on your calendar by the end of day one. Day two, you're going to be making moves that are already helping you get consistent leads coming in. Okay, not just ideas, but things that you'll be doing in the boot camp. And then day three, we're going to do some money making moves so you can actually start increasing it right there, right then. Like it's powerful because we do action implemented stuff. That was number two. And then number three, you don't want it to stop. They're going to feel your energy, that expertise that you have, your passion for what you do, your excitement about what you have in the moment. Do you ever find like at the event, you're totally fine? Afterwards, you're like, where'd everybody go? I've done it. I've had events where I was like, that was my best ever. It was amazing. And then crickets after. Okay. Am I alone? Let me know if I'm alone or not. Okay. Or have you guys ever done that where in the moment, it's there, like it's humming, it's good. The attraction, the connection that you have with people is great. The energy is there. But afterwards, it just kind of dies off. And you're like, I hope they think of me again, or how do I reach out? And that awkward feeling of like, how do I reconnect with them? Would you drop a yes in the chat if you have ever been like, so how do I keep this conversation going? What do I do? Have you ever felt that kind of that gap after, or there's this empty space? Well, that's what we want to avoid. And how we avoid that, what six-figure entrepreneurs do, one of the things they involve in their event. Yes, okay, thanks, Joanne. I'm not the only one. Okay, what they do is they give an ongoing reminder asset. an ongoing reminder asset. What do I mean by that? Well, real life example, as you're going through this boot camp that's starting on Monday, you're going to be building out this incredible workbook that's going to be a resource that you're going to be able to use again and again and again and again. It's going to be a reference guide. Every time you look at that, it's going to bring you back mentally to that boot camp. Yes, that's a reminder asset. It's something that they're walking away with that is going to bring them back to remembering you, to remembering your expertise, to remembering the action steps that they took, to remembering the advancement that they had with you. And it keeps you connected even when you're not actually conversing. Okay, that's one example. So you are going to walk away from the Rapid Business Growth with Balance Bootcamp with this incredible, incredible workbook. Okay, that's going to be a resource for a long time to come. You're also going to walk away from the boot camp, and if you haven't got your ticket yet, let me put that up there. You're also going to walk away from the boot camp with the breakthrough roadmap to consistent 10K months that you can use over and over again. That thing is going to be something that no matter what stage of your business you're at, you're going to be able to refer to it. And that's what's going to help minimize your time that your business takes and increase your results. So it's the breakthrough roadmap to consistent 10K months that's going to save you at least 5 hours a week. You're going to walk away with that. And when you do that, not only is that a great takeaway, it's not only going to give you the action steps so that you can feel and experience the difference of what I'm going to be sharing, but also as you continue to use that, it's going to make a difference for you over and over and over again. And that's what I want to encourage you to do for your events. This is one of the methods that six-figure entrepreneurs use when they're planning events. They want to think, okay, what's the great big clear outcome? This is number one that they are already looking for, that they really want, that I'm going to offer. Not just, hey, I'm going to help you get new leads, but hey, I'm going to help you get 10 new leads a day in under 20 minutes. Really clear, really powerful, really like, ooh, I want that. Then we want a progressive action step when they're spending their time with you, that they feel the movement, they can experience it, so that they love being with you, not just listening to ideas, but experiencing it. Just like right now, I want to turn to you and say, okay, what could you provide as an asset? What, when you do an event, could you give somebody to take with them that they might use over and over again? Or what could you implement in a system that has them being reminded of you and what you did together over and over again? Okay, so I want you to think about that and then type some ideas in the chat right now. Share them so we can brainstorm. And I'll give you a couple ideas. One, it could be a resource. It could be a PDF that they look at, that they are going to review. But ideally, you want it to be something that they are going to want to use over and over and over again, something that would be really helpful more than once, because then every time they use it, they think of you. A resource is one example. The second one could be a continued activity, meaning it's something that they do every day. So I'll take the mindset coach example. It's maybe a new, really quick tip that you teach them that they're going to do every time they eat breakfast, right? Or you have them write an affirmation of some kind, or a shifting statement that they stick on their laptop. And then every time they look at it, they think of you because they're doing it over and over and over again, right? That would be an example of an ongoing asset. Oh, hang on, let me put a number 3 because that's what we're talking about. Another example could be I'm looking at my notes. What does it say? Oh my gosh, it's so small. Well, I can't even read that one. How funny. Another step. So it's, okay, when you've done this, next you're going to do this, a really clear, easy step. Once you've done this today with me while you're here, the next step I want you to do is this. So for you guys, I want you to go and get your ticket for the Rapid Business Growth with Balance Bootcamp. That is the next step. Okay. But we also want to have you with something that's going to keep moving. And so what I want you to do for the keep moving, to feel the progress today, to actually really get some result from your time with me here right now, is I want you to think, what could that ongoing asset be? And I want you to write it down. And then I want you to put it on a sticky, and I want you to put it on your laptop or add it to your to-do list or wherever it is that you keep track of what you're doing. Because you can use the same things over and over. It's okay. Just, you'll build your library of this. But what could be something that your audience, when they spend time with you, what could be that resource or that activity or that action step or that ongoing continued connection to what you were speaking about that's going to go over and over and over again? which resource or what thing could you do that would create an ongoing reminder, so it's an asset. It's something that they walk away with. So I was saying in the boot camp, you guys are going to walk away with this amazing workbook that's going to be something you're going to use like as a reference tool to keep building, referring back to. And you're going to have the breakthrough roadmap to consistent 10K months that every single time you are shifting, what do I want to do right now? Where am I at? What am I doing next in my business? You can refer to that. And every time you pull it out, I'm hoping you think of me, right? And that keeps our connection, that keeps that feeling of progress associated with our time together. And it's going to keep you coming back to my lives, right? Or maybe eventually at some point, you're going to be, I want to work with her and the team. Okay, so those are the 3 steps. So, all right, so what I want you to do right now, hey, Marky, what I want you to do right now is type in, if you can, what progressive action step could you give? Think of one event that you do. When do you spend time with people? And what could you create that they could take away with them? Or what action step could you have them do that's going to be done over and over and over again after your time together is set? So today, the one I'm giving you is I want you to write down what this thing is for you, because then you want to build that. You want to create that. You want to keep visiting that over and over again until it's done. And so that is how you're going to double the results from your events. Okay. When you have a really clear takeaway that makes people stop and go, ooh, I got to be there. Again, want more leads versus you're going to have 10 new leads a day in under 20 minutes. Big difference on that clear takeaway, right? Number 2, a progressive action step. They feel the movement. So right now I'm hoping that you are writing down, okay, what am I going to take? What am I going to provide in my events that people can take away that they would refer to over and over again or feel over and over again? Or maybe they're signing up for a reminder thing. Like I have my Bella the bot who, tells you when I go live every single week. If you need that, if you're not on that, there's the link for that. That is my little bot that when you sign up for that, she's going to pop into your inbox 10 minutes before I go live every Wednesday and say, here's the topic and here's the link. So that if the topic is something you're looking for, you can go boop and come in with me. It makes it really easy. And that's going to happen every week. That's another example of an ongoing reminder asset. Okay, so if you haven't signed up for Bella, do that. We'll pop that in the chat too. Christy, if you're still here, if you can do that, it was go.carolynbishop.com/live. That's our little Bella the bot reminder. Okay, so there we go. Those are the 3 ingredients that 6-figure entrepreneurs tend to use in all their events that a lot of other entrepreneurs miss. Now, even if you can do one of these, it's going to make a big difference. So that really clear, open takeaway that makes people go, oh my gosh, I got to go to this event. I need to spend the time. I really want to. Okay. It's different. It's unique. It's powerful. It's wow. Look at that takeaway I'm going to get, like 10 new leads in under 20 minutes every single day, right? That would be something that you'd probably get up and adjust your calendar to go do versus, hey, let's get some new leads. Number 2 is having progressive action steps during their time with you so that they're not just hearing ideas, but they're actually feeling a difference, right? Like today, I'm hoping you're feeling the difference of going, okay, that's what I could do for my events. This is what I could do, and starting to generate those ideas. So it doesn't have to be anything huge, but it's getting your audience feeling progress so that their time with you is really worth it. Okay. And then the third one is having that reminder asset, that ongoing thing that after your time with them is done, that they are still getting reminded of you and your time together, that they are interacting with you without communicating with you, right? Like they're using a resource of yours, or they're getting a reminder, or they're seeing your regular emails, or there's so many different ways. But on an event, what can you have them walk away with? It could be a PDF, it could be a workbook. Again, in the bootcamp, you're going to get the workbook and you're going to get that roadmap. To help you decrease the amount of time while you're getting to consistent 10K months. You're going to walk away from the bootcamp with those. Okay, so get your ticket for the bootcamp. We're going to be starting on Monday. It's going to be amazing. The workbook is going out tomorrow. I will admit, I stayed up late last night because I was so pumped about it. It's reconfigured. It's beautiful. There's new stuff I've never done in an event before. This workbook's going to be an amazing resource for you because I wanted it to. I was thinking of this topic today and I was like, wow, yeah, I really do want this to be an ongoing asset that's going to serve them over and over and over again. So this workbook's going to be absolutely one of the something you're going to be able to use for a long time to come. So I'm really excited about it. Anyway, have a great Wednesday. Thanks for taking the time. I hope that those 3 tips that you're going to implement something right away. And let me know. Yay, Joanne says definitely awesome. Let me know right now who's coming to the boot camp. Will you say I got my ticket or I'm going to get my ticket? Who is, hey, Rihanna, say I got my ticket or I'm going to get my ticket. Are you coming to the boot camp starting on Monday with me? Now, remember, there are recordings. So if you can't be on live, it's okay. You're still going to get all the goodness. If you can be on live, though, of course, we are going to have power sessions after where you can actually interact and talk, right? Where it's not just listening, it's not just sitting back in the audience, but actually interacting and really making progress, because I want you to have that progressive action that we were talking about. So we're going to have the power sessions right after we go through the content. And so if you can be on live, that's going to be really powerful. We're calling them power sessions. So yay, 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 yay. You have your ticket, Joanne. I'm so glad to hear it. Who else has got their ticket or who else is getting it? Let me know. Anyway, I really appreciate you spending your Wednesday morning with me, or Wednesday afternoon, depending on where you live. I will see you on Monday for the boot camp. It's going to be incredible. Yes, I'm just, it's going to be one of the best events I've ever done. I've put more into this in the last few weeks, making sure that this is the one I'm going to be doing for years to come. So I'm really excited that you guys are going to be there with me. So yay, you have your ticket, Rihanna. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, you guys, have a wonderful Wednesday. I will see you then. Just a heads up, I got blocked on Messenger. So if you're sending me a message, I can see it, but I can't respond. So if you hear from my team instead of me, because I'm going to be like, hey, so-and-so sent me this, can you respond for me? So I'm blocked for a week on Messenger because I had so many conversations going on about the boot camp that they were like, you're a little overactive. Let's check you for a bit. So anyway, if you don't hear from me, that is why. But I'm so glad that you're here with me, and I will see you on Monday. It's going to be amazing. All right. Have a great weekend. I'll see you then.